Convocation is now in session. As Chancellor, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 312th Convocation. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I'd like to call upon Professor Emerita Jan Polger to present Western University's land acknowledgement.
I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that our beautiful Western campus is situated on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape, and Attawandaron peoples, who have long-standing relationships to the region of southwestern Ontario and the City of London. In close proximity to Western, there are 3 local First Nation communities: the Chippewa of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, and Munsee Delaware Nation. In the region of southwestern Ontario, there are 11 First Nations and a growing Indigenous urban population. Western recognizes the significant historical and contemporary contributions of local and regional First Nations and of all the original peoples of Turtle Island, also known as North America. Miigwech, thank you.
To all our graduates, first let me say congratulations. You've worked hard to achieve this. Graduation represents a major milestone in your lives. At Convocation, we assemble as a university community to celebrate and recognize your achievements at Western and to wish you every success for the future. Your learning days are far from over. Learning is a lifelong process. Western has not provided you with answers to all questions. At most, we hope that stays with you as a way of thinking objectively, approaching problems with an open mind and a healthy respect for new ideas, all tempered with compassion and empathy for the human condition. You are forever a cherished member of this great university, founded 140 years ago. I welcome you to the Western family. Again, congratulations to each and every one of you. Today, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, I've got it. I'm glad I read ahead. Yeah, here we are. Today, we also confer an honorary degree upon James Temerty and Louise Temerty, an acknowledgement of their distinguished careers as entrepreneurs, respected community builders, and generous philanthropists, with a passion for making a positive impact in support of numerous educational, cultural, and health care initiatives, while serving as tremendous role models for the next generation of humanitarians. To present our distinguished candidate, I now call upon Dr. Michael Strong, Distinguished University Professor, Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry.
James Temerty and Louise Temerty. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, graduates and guests, the story of James and Louise Temerty is a truly remarkable one, and one which is richly deserving of our recognition through the awarding of this honorary degree. It is often said that behind every great man, there is a great woman, a phraseology that became a slogan in the 1960s and 70s for the feminist movement. However, there is no contemporary phraseology that captures behind every great couple there is. Having said that, today we honor 2 people for the remarkable lifelong partnership and the business and philanthropic standards that they have quietly set, both individually and together, which exemplify all that we truly value. James Temerty has carved out a truly remarkable career, both as an entrepreneur and as a philanthropist. Following a successful career at IBM, his entrepreneurial drive led him to transform a single franchise into the world's largest privately held chain of Computerland stores. In 1987, he became the founder and chair of the board of Northland Power Incorporated, a leading private energy generating company which strives to design, build, and operate green power generation projects across the globe. He was appointed to the Order of Canada in 2008. Throughout all of this, James has maintained a very close linkage to his birth country of the Ukraine, suffering as a member of the Foreign Investment Advisory Council to the President of the Ukraine, as head of the Supervisory Council of the Business School of the University of Kiev-Mohyla Academy, and through economic support for the care of Ukrainian orphans. This deeply rooted dedication to his country of birth was recognized in 2015 when he was honored with Ukraine's Order of Yaroslav the Wise. The order is the highest honor Ukraine can confer on a foreigner who has not been a head of state. Jim and Louise have also been ardent supporters of the arts and science and have lived fully their belief that philanthropic engagement is driven by the desire to do something useful and to promote a good cause. Building on a love of the Royal Ontario Museum, Jim became a member of the Board of Governors in 1998 and ultimately the chair of the board at a time when the ROM was undertaking the highly successful Renaissance ROM campaign. They have given generously of their time and resources to support the ROM and to assure that it reflects the multiculturalism of Canada. In recognition of their contributions, the ROM named the James and Louise Temerty Galleries of the Age of the Dinosaurs. Critically, and reflective of the passion that both share for the creation and sharing of knowledge, Jim and Louise endowed a chair in vertebrate paleontology at the ROM, including an expendable research fund. Beyond those accolades is a truly remarkable recognition of the dedication of Jim and Louise when in 2013, a team of researchers named a new dinosaur, and I know you're science grads, so I'll try and get this right, Archaeoraptor temetorium. I suspect that these are the first honorary degree recipients to have had such an honor bestowed upon them that I know of. The impact of Jim and Louise on the health community has been no less remarkable. Through a transformational gift of $10 million spurred by the experience of a close friend, the Temerty supported Canada's largest breast cancer centre at Sunnybrook Hospital. The Louise Temerty Breast Cancer Centre will challenge physicians and scientists to revolutionize cancer treatment by providing diagnosis and treatment planning within a 24-hour time window, as opposed to the contemporary 4 to 6 weeks that it now takes. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and in the name of the Senate, I ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon James Temerty and upon Louise Temerty for their passion in making a positive impact in support of numerous educational, cultural, and healthcare initiatives while serving as tremendous role models for the next generation of humanitarians.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you, Louise Temerty, to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. I admit you, James Temerty, to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations, Doctors Temerty. Congratulations. Have our picture taken? On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumni, Dr. James Temerty and Dr. Louise Temerty, to address Convocation.
Need glasses. Thank you, Dr. Michael Strong, for that wonderful introduction. Chancellor Cowan, President Chakma, faculty members, graduates, and your families, distinguished guests. We are both deeply grateful and honored to be receiving these honorary docs, especially since we have an association with Western University. For one thing, we have been philanthropically involved with the Schulich School of Medicine's neurodegenerative research program for many years. We believe strongly in the work being done here, and we are proud to be playing a part in the progress that is being made. And also, our daughter Leah and her husband Michael Lord attended Western University. And I might add, since our dear friend Frank Hasenfratz and Monica Spey are sitting in front of us, their daughter Linda Hasenfratz graduated from Ivy with an MBA. And do you have any grandkids here? Here? 4? Fantastic. So there's another reason for us to be delighted to be receiving these honorary docs today.
Okay. We are standing here in front of a wide range of graduates across different faculties. What you all have in common is that you have chosen a specialty that matters to you. You have worked hard toward academic achievement that reflects both your values and passion. As two people who are deeply committed to our own value, we respect the path you've taken and are honored to be here speaking to you today.
Louise and I have chosen 4 things to focus on, drawn from our own experiences in life and in our careers. One of them is value of compromise. The other is a role of intuition. We want to speak about the importance of perseverance and the nature of opportunity.
I will start by talking today about the importance of compromise. If you search the word compromise, you will find many interpretations along the line of never give in. It's more like give and take. He gives, I take. But that's not what we mean by compromise. Compromise is listening to each other. Compromise has been a theme throughout our 50 years together. One time, Jim wanted a boat, and I get very seasick on a boat. Finally, he got his boat, and he knew I was very nervous about it. Let's compromise, he said. You named the boat. So I said, no problem, we'll call it for sale. See? Compromise is understanding the other person's point of view, not necessarily agreeing, but recognizing his value and reaching for a win-win.
Now about intuition. So you can imagine that after leaving the comfortable and exciting career of working for IBM for 15 years, not everyone thought it was a great idea. I received all kinds of advice, both before and after I decided on entrepreneurial path. My father said, don't do it. Even my dentist, while he had me trapped in the dentist chair, said I was mad. And I was getting so much advice, it came to a point where I developed a kind of a motto. And the motto became, seek everyone's counsel, but follow your own. In other words, trust your intuition. Tim Cook, the chief executive officer of Apple, likes to say, trust your intuition, but work like hell to make sure that it happens. Exactly, but first, you have to inform your intuition, which I call seeking everyone's counsel. And that involves the very hard work of talking to people, reading books, periodicals, reports, Googling at length, and networking. Sometimes you will get advice on a particular course of action that may resonate with you, but be very careful, before taking that advice. Chances are those giving that advice don't have the same commitment that you do and may not be seeing the entire picture. What are you going to do in the middle of the process? Run back and say, what do I do now? So you have to make it your own. Let me tell you about a couple of instances where I didn't follow advice. I sought counsel, but followed my own intuition. Before launching Northland Power, I asked a trusted consultant named Tony Anderson to review my business plan. Tony came back to me and advised that I not start Northland Power. I listened, but I chose instead to start the company. And 1 year later, I hired Tony Anderson. He became my chief financial officer and stayed with us for 25 years before retiring. And today, Northland Power is a public company with a total enterprise value exceeding well over $10 billion. The early years of Northland Power were fraught with various challenges. I recall meeting with a senior bank executive who was very irate. We were reviewing my financial position in one of the plants that we were building, and we were, quite frankly, in a very serious jam. He wasn't amused, and he gave me the following advice. He said, if I were you, I would jump out that window. My intuition was to stay put. So read the books, do the research, lay the groundwork, seek counsel. In other words, inform your intuition before you act on it so that you can be confident in your course of action. Because when you believe in yourself and come to trust your intuition, you are more likely to stand up and seize the moment and to persevere long after others might have given up. And this is where the importance of perseverance comes in. Winston Churchill once said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Inevitably, you will be challenged with your own versions of going through hell. And to survive it, you will need to persevere. Perseverance has served Airbnb very well. 2 years into their business, they had revenues of just a couple of $100 a week. Perseverance is the guiding principle of Apple. They were virtually bankrupt in 1997, and look at them today. It took James Dyson 5 years and over 5,000 failed prototypes to develop the world's first bagless vacuum cleaner. 10 years later, he set up his own manufacturing facility because nobody else would manufacture the product. These now highly successful companies had to persevere through some tough times. In Northland's case, both of our first two projects nearly failed. You heard about one of them when I decided not to jump out the window, but let me tell you about the very first crisis. Soon after we had started Northland Power and were building our very first project, a small 10-megawatt biomass-fired power plant, we realized that we had probably miscalculated the economics, and we would have to do something quite drastic to save the situation. We decided that the course of action would call for us to greatly expand the size of the plant, take it from 10 megawatts to 35 megawatts. First of all, I had to convince Ontario Hydro to take power from this much larger plant and with most of it fired by a gas turbine. Well, they didn't have a policy or a practice to accommodate such a thing, but I persevered, and we kept after Ontario Hydro, and finally the board decided to take a chance and let us have a contract that would allow us to take the plant to 35 megawatts. But we didn't have the gas to make 35 megawatts work. We had to buy the gas, and we had to buy the gas in such a way that the price of the gas would be tied lockstep with the electricity for the ensuing 20 years in order for the project to be financeable. So I started traveling every week to Saskatchewan and Alberta, calling on oil and gas companies, and I cold called on 63 oil and gas companies. And I remember visiting with the president of the Petroleum Club of Alberta, who is virtually the king of Alberta, and he said to me, young man, I was a young guy at the time, young man, this will never work, get out of town. But I continued, and finally the 63rd company, a company called Methon, agreed to provide us with that gas. And that project went on to be very profitable for us for the many years thereafter. This crisis always reminds me of the wisdom of the Chinese. Their term for crisis consists of two symbols, one representing great danger and the other opportunity.
Now, about opportunity. Opportunity is something that does not just happen like some random luck break. You have to work for it. You have to prepare for it. There's a saying that I'm sure you'll all heard. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So how do you prepare for opportunity? Well, you're already doing it by studying, developing curiosity about things, engaging with people, networking, going to conferences, exhibitions, workshops, and trade shows, and by being alert to your opportunity. In our own case, our first business venture was Computerland, and it started because Jim was curious about a store opening that he was invited to in 1979. He went and became fascinated in the potential of personal computing long before there was an IBM personal computer and VisiCalc. And that curiosity led to 30 Computerland stores. Jim was not the only one invited to that store opening. Many of our peers and colleagues were, but he was the only one who showed up. And Northland Power would not have happened had we not attended an engineering ball, and he's not even an engineer. He met some engineer there who years later called to say, "We understand you have some time and some money after having sold Computerland. How would you like to build a power plant?" We were curious about what they were proposing. What started as a $15 million project is now a company building billion-dollar wind farms offshore in Europe. Another startup that we were involved with, Soft Choice, came about because we saw an opportunity to sell software in a new way. And Soft Choice became a company doing $1 billion in sales. When opportunity shines, what kind of people will jump for it? Well, these people are typically energetic, they study, and they are endlessly curious. They are creative, they can focus, and they are interested in people. They network, they never stop learning, and they stay alert for their opportunity.
So we've talked about the value of compromise, the role of intuition, persevering through thick and thin, and about seizing opportunity. But we haven't yet talked about one of the most important things that have guided us through our lives, and that's giving back.
We always believe in giving back to those around us at home, in the community, and to share what we have. There are different ways to give back. One is donate money, of course, but the best way to give is your time. And giving your time really means giving of yourself. And we are so often in admiration of people who devote time and energy to volunteer causes. Remember, you make a living by getting, and you make a life by giving.
So, graduates, let us close by urging you with a quotation from Goethe. Goethe wrote, "Whatever you can do or dream, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it." So graduates, a hearty congratulations for what you have accomplished. And Louise and I wish you great success in your careers and your life as you put into practice the lessons of the last years and continue the process of building an even greater Canada. Be bold, dream, begin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Louise and Jim, for your insightful address. As philanthropists in Canada, your generous support has contributed to research and innovation at hospitals and at universities, including at Western. Greater awareness of human rights and also support of the arts. You have also given your time as volunteers for multiple organizations who have benefited from your leadership and guidance. And today, you have shared your insight, your life's experience with our graduates. I'm pretty sure that it'll benefit all of us assembled here today. Distinguished guests, please join me once again in congratulating Western's newest Honorary Doctor of Laws, Dr. James Temerty and Dr. Louise Temerty. Now will the candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates please rise. Mr. Chancellor, I'm very much honored to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed their academic programs at Western. I ask you to admit them to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates for which they have been recommended by the Senate of our university.
Under the authority vested in me by the Senate, you will be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates as shall be announced by the public orators.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Will the candidates please be seated? Mr. Chancellor, graduating students, colleagues, distinguished guests, Convocation is the single most important time of celebration in the life of the university. Today, we honor those graduating students who, through determination, hard work, and intelligence, have met the demanding standards of a Western degree. Western's affiliated colleges, Brescia University College, Huron University College, and King's University College, bring a special dimension to the undergraduate experience at Western. They provide a liberal arts college community environment within the larger context of a major research university. Today is also a proud day for all of us associated with Western, including our Board of Governors and Senate, our faculty, our staff, and our friends in the community. It is wonderful to see so many members of our community of learning who have taken the time to be with us to celebrate this important day in the lives of our graduates and the life of the university. Today, those of you crossing this stage join a special group known as Western Alumni that numbers more than 300,000 alumni in 150 different countries around the world. Mr. Selden Hines, President of King's Alumni Association, is here representing our alumni associations, and I'd ask him to please stand and be recognized. Sheldon, please. Stand so that we can recognize. Thank you. Western's Board of Governors is charged with responsibility for the overall governance of this institution. Today we have with us Dr. Grace Parager, representing our Board of Governors, and I'll ask her to please stand and be recognized. I would also like to acknowledge and thank the parents, spouses, partners, children, relatives, and friends of our graduates who are here today. This celebration simply would not have been possible without your loving support. Now I ask that our graduating students rise once again, turn around, face your family and friends, and give them a warm round of applause for supporting your journey. Now let me congratulate once again the remarkable students who graduate today with Western degrees. Today you become partners in outstanding academic achievements of the University of Western Ontario. My warmest wishes to each and every one of you. So now we'll proceed with the granting of the degrees and diplomas and certificates. Before we proceed, I have two special requests for those of you in the audience. First, as a courtesy to all graduates and their families, please hold your applause and other expressions of joy until the public orators will be standing to my left, to your right, on this stage, signal when applause is appropriate throughout the ceremony. So this will ensure that each graduate's names will be heard. And please follow the lead from the public auditors during those breaks and join us in expressing our joy for the graduating students who will be passing through this stage. Second, we know that photographs are important for graduates, their families, and friends. As you have heard before the ceremony began, we are pleased to provide each graduate with a photograph of this special occasion. So therefore, we ask that you remain in your seats throughout the ceremony, and of course, feel free to take pictures from there. I now call on the public auditors to introduce the candidates for degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the School of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Matthew Becker. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Doctor of Musical Arts. Renee McKenzie. Matthew Pauls. Andrew Retazzi. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Laws. Medea Villani. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Music. Victoria Alexandra Parker. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Social Work. Zara Abu Al-Hassan. Joy Leanne Bradford. Kimberly Ann Brown Morris. Pascal Ciccarelli, Cassandra Elizabeth D. Pompeo, Rebecca Marie Gillen. Brittany Lauren Hartwick, Brittany Hunt, Tendai Kambasha. David Knezovic, Vogue Janae Lalonde, Shelby Kristen Lee. Maggie McSweeney, Heather Mickelson, Laura Elizabeth Nugent. Allison Patterson, Laura Plume, Liza Brianna Ritchie. Samantha Satya Sharan, Nicole Christine Schwendiger, Sarah Elizabeth Thornley, Amanda Topping, Alicia Helena Vanderspeck.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts honors programs: Kyla Agnew, Samantha Catherine Einskoff, Iman Ali. Farzan Ali, Fatu Ami Bangura, Bethany Lois Cairns. Jonathan Anthony Cassiano, Benjamin Kenneth Antonio Cercelli, Chantal Dobbs. Pardon? Okay. Michael Donaldson, Carolyn Emily Grace Dykeman, Leah Epdon. Jessica Fisher, Alexandra Lindsay Irwin, Selena Patricia Kubilan Jarligo. Did I say it right? I think it's fine. Naja Kishawi. Naja Kishawi, Frances Ann Scheel, Michaela Kathleen Sferrazza. Tenny Shamirian, Kristen Eileen Skoke, Amanda Tetford. Yosef Teki, Caitlin Logan Vermeeren, Thomas Winston Wolder. Fabian Johannes Wasanu. Okay. It's just one. It's just one in this group. For the degree, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies Honors Program. Connor Lux. Sorry. Okay. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Bachelor of Social Work Honors. Stephen Zaire.
Just as soon as you see that person stand, move.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And you can tell them if you want not to applaud in between. I will. Okay. Okay.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, four-year program. Oluwademalade Temitope Akinwumi, Kevin Bin An, Brittany Armas,
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your enthusiasm for our graduates, but I think you're going to miss your lunch reservations at this point, so we need to wait until the end of every degree group before we have applause for the whole group that's passed across the stage. We'd really appreciate it if we could do that. Thank you.
Batul Azra, Kol Betam, Tao Chen. Michael Robert DeBoer, Mercedes Dickinson, Malak El Nazali. Tia Fraser, Binji Hao, Xiuchen Hao. Kelsey Lee Haynes, Jeanette Taylor Holland, Jacob Karum. Avery Leibish Klein, Shikang Li, Qinghua Liang. Nicole Lynn, Ava Latre McDonald, Staisha Taylor Pepper. Michael Benjamin Posisorski, Jade Rabley, Kef Ramani. Morgan Ross, Victoria Kathleen Sams, Jessica Miranda Schleihoff. Megan Elizabeth Smart, Nicole Marie Talk, Eritrea Teki. Stacy Suzanne Vanaker, Michael Joseph Vita, Chunming Wang. Jishuan Wang Ji Zhao. Am I supposed to be done? Okay. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies: Justin Catrice, Nabil Jamal El Sharif, Edwin Francisco Galeano Cardenas. Nicole Christina Chinovek, Elizabeth Izegbua Ruth Oleksoba, Connor James Velikonja. Ling Han Wang. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts: Aidan Bailey McDade, Michelle Bronstein, Rebecca Curtis. Dana Denemy, Anton Etier, Amir Farahi. Sorry, I keep reordering. I keep I'm watching you. So just as it looks Jillian Nicole Goodwin, Holly Marie Graham, Fuad Dakuk. Lowen Elizabeth Hood, Brandon Marino, Hunter Keith Marshall. Dale James Millard, Denise Ann Minhik, Gabriella Roseanne Palmieri. Madeline Subri, Thomas Theocaris, Cody S. Ward.
Last one in the group. Washkevich.
Rochelle Waskovich.
Service degree group. So hold on to this one and just do it for Faculty of Health Sciences for the degree of BA honors next, right? So there's just one in this compressed program. Then there's no degree group card for the next one, so just hold on to that and read it again for the.
Tell me again.
Okay, just do this for now and then I'll tell you.
Okay. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Faculty of Health Science for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing compressed program. Claire Higgs. Bachelor of Arts honors. Yeah, so take the nursing.
Yeah, and then these are your next three. Small and ours. Small and ours.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Faculty of Health Sciences for the degree Bachelor of Arts honors. Doa Hussein, Jonathan Kelly, Amber Alicia Smolinars.
Last one in the group, just one.
Janelle Brittany Stevens. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Kinesiology. Marley Clark, Amanda Huang, Harshana Kolongoda. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honors, Kinesiology. Jake Green, Nicholas Michael Kalin, Callie Helen McLennan. When does he?
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Faculty of Health Sciences for the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences Honors Program. Alan Ali, Danielle Bristow, Marie Madison Desbiens, Joelle Rose Donato, Rita Fatima, Yeleni Ilimvaluthi, Sogan Kashefi, Kayla Elizabeth May, Courtney Jennifer Mullen, Derica Nata, Carissa Patience Smith, Kajanan Srikumar, Madeline Theodorlis, Shanmuji Thivaraja, Caitlin Mary Tashenko, Lauren Nicole Vandenbegart, Julia Yang, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences, 4-year program. Lauren Taylor Bowers, Hope Amanda Collins Oldershaw, Jessica Maytal Doran, Natasha Brooke Evans, Megan Kong, Curtis Martin, Navin Sandhu, Madhusha Satpavanandanayagam, Mackenzie Thelma Shaw, Mackenzie Aaron Shook, Brandon Tang, Nicholas Christian Terry, Olivia Trato, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences. Virginia Faye Lopez, Laura Tangelder, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the Diploma in Clinical Trials Management. Hina Abbas, Malisha Marushani Abasena, Hiba Almadown, Hemanta Raj Mainali, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety Management. Arafat Yahya Al-Badri. Rachel Joan Hillman. Kiana Sheila Moore. Razleen Kaur Upal. Natasha Li Yan Yong. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Don Wright Faculty of Music for the degree Bachelor of Music Honors Programs. Natalie Fache, Joshua Gonsalves, Jennifer Alicia Devi Gurdat, Ryan James Markwart, Kirit Emmanuel Antonio Mascarenhas, Lucas Braden Toth, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts four-year program. Aliyah Clara Fraser, Olivia Victoria Halewa, Alexander Git Chiang Lam, Katie Lok Yi Lau, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Musical Arts four-year program. Imogen Wass, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Music. Mitchell Alexander Hall,
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Faculty of Science for the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Programs. Malaz Ahmed Abed Al-Rahim, Wyatt Anderson, Nicole Ashley Carfanini, Emma Caitlin Lewis Churchman, Shelby Conker, Emma Chumorich, Leah Kathleen Derricks, Bryn Duffy, Robert Allen Ernst, Amanda Franker Shue, Ellen Ann Hamilton, Ryan Marie Keene. Jumana Saleh Khan. Alexandria Natasha Makris. Rajkamalpreet Singh Mann. Krithika Nathan. Jamie Alicia Quinn. Prem Sai Ramani. Peter Yu Ping Shi. Jordan Nigel Soonnarain. Anup Tour. Diana Verivoda. Changying Wang. Tizu Wang. Philip Fei Hung Yang. Hongyi Zheng. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science four-year program. Dana Abbasi. Rand Al-Bayati. Yunus Amr Ali. Merit Atala. Umnia Aziz. Christy Davis. Catherine Elise de Koning. Ariana Nicole DiPietro. Jillian Chira Druckmaller. Malasha Maxi D'Souza. Heidi Gipp. Rebecca Faith Green. Rain Hettinga. Chan Yi Hu. Jinyi Huang. Angeline Hun. Megan Emily Lambert. Hiro Lee. Shuka Bosa Anonye. Spencer Connell Robotham. Sandra Victoria Reinetz. Rogine Sabati. Gabriella Schneider. Lynn Sue. Hayden Sullivan. Sudi Taha. Sangita Thomas. Mauricio Alejandro Velado Diaz. Unati Vishwakarma. Shannon Voorberg. Shun Wang. Fiona Wu. Pengwei Zhang. Yanan Zhang. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Bachelor of Arts. Aishat Lolade Shipiolu. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science. Rami Al-Sabah. Shannon Bergshoff. Alicia Kathleen Donnelly. Jasper Chiho Ho. Malini Hu. Ijaz Azam Khan. Dongju Lee. Jamie Wing Sum Leung. Kyra Mura. Byron Roby. Minha Yoon. Yuelin Zhu. Zijian Zhu. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry and the Faculty of Science for the degree Bachelor of Medical Sciences honors programs. Anthony Botros, Yuen Deng, Caitlin Josephine Hobbs, Grace Jin, Roxana Adriana Militaru, Kayla Elizabeth Negus, Sukirtha Sundarajan, Serena Tejpar, Chan Ho Park, Andrea Diana Tudor, Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Bachelor of Medical Sciences four-year program. Anosh Cyrus Kalwachia,
In the name of the Senate, I grant to the Registrar the authority to confer degrees and diplomas and certificates to those candidates whose names appear in the official program but who are not present today. At this time, I invite Mr. Sheldon Hines, President of King's Alumni Association, to say a few words.
My fellow graduates, it is my great honor on behalf of both King's and Western Alumni Associations to congratulate you and welcome you. You have worked very hard to complete your studies and examinations, and today you received your well-earned degrees. Western, our faculties, and affiliated university colleges are very proud of its world-class standing, and we know you share that pride as graduates of our undergraduate and graduate programs. As alumni, we are united by memories of our time here, and particularly of the knowledge and friendships we have gained. Your Alumni Association is dedicated to fostering and preserving these important bonds through the many programs, services, and network opportunities that are offered. I hope you and your guests will attend one of the receptions being hosted immediately following the ceremony. The Western Alumni Association will host graduates in the University Community Center, Mustang Lounge. For those of you graduating from King's today, I look forward to seeing you at the Monseigneur Wemple Building in the Vitali Lounge. To all of you, your friends and families, enjoy and embrace the tributes that you so richly deserve today, and remember, wherever life takes you, this place will always be home. Thank you.
Before closing Convocation, I wish to express my appreciation to all who've contributed to the success of the day. In particular, and on your behalf as well, I want to thank the University of Western Ontario Convocation Brass for their magnificent performance and their director, Professor James Mackay. May I request that the audience remain at their seats while the academic procession leaves the hall. Convocation is now adjourned.